So my name is Morgan Gronald. I'm the Senior Regional Manager with RAPID, the Remote Area Planning and Development Board. They've asked me to come on board with Barcaldine Regional Council and manage the Clean Growth Choices program, which is a community resilience program for our communities in the Barking Regional Council. So the Clean Growth Choices program, or the Community Resilience project, is a joint project between Barking Regional Council, USQ, CSIRO and the Queensland Government. And it's a statewide program that Barking has been successful in becoming a part of. At its core, it's about community resilience and building community resilience, but it does that by developing this tool, like a framework or a template, to help people take their ideas, their community ideas, and get them into a viable option. So the project began in late 2018. Barcaldine Regional Council was successful in its application. We went out to all of the communities in the region and got about 20 people put their hand up to volunteer to be part of it, which is fantastic. We came together for the first formal meeting in November in 2018. So from there, people went away and they've started thinking about what ideas they think are going to be best for their community, and help them become more viable. So we've started this process of ideas, and then what we'll do in February and March is I'll go out and we'll sit down with everyone, and we'll start having some chats over smoko and lunch about what are your ideas, how are they looking, have you thought about this, and start to incorporate this framework for them so that it gives them things to be able to put meat on the bones. We'll have the next formal meeting in April, and we'll bring the project partners back out, and that's an opportunity to sit down and start to test some of these ideas. So we'll end up with 3 or 4 people saying, hey, that's a great idea, I'd really like to work on that too. And then you get this working group happening. The final workshop, which will happen about September, October, is people will bring their ideas back and we'll basically get them to a business case point, because the outcome that you want from people is for them to be able to take an idea, get it to a point where they can present it to council or the state government or business people or whatever in the community and make it happen. So it's really about exploring and we've got this idea, is it actually viable and can we get it to a point? The overall outcome being is that we'll have business cases that will go to council as a result, but more than that, we'll have people in the community that have this framework or this tool so that when other members of their community come to them or they have their next idea and decide really early on what's viable, if it's not viable, what you need. There is no projects that are on or off the table. It's really about what projects people are most passionate about and what projects we have most competitive advantage in. It would be difficult, for example, out here to say we're going to build an ice rink. Because the last thing we want in communities is ideas, really good ideas, that just can't get over that first hurdle or don't turn into project realities. So again, if people have got ideas, please get in touch. We're looking for passionate people out of all the 5 communities. And yeah, look, I'm really excited because it's easy enough to have ideas, but the difficulty is having a framework in place and saying, well, we've got this idea, how do we make it happen? How do we go on this quest? How do we validate it? And I'm really hoping that, what I think is a pretty good practical tool will enable people to take their idea and make it a reality in their community.